to set up a lightweight custom execution mode in the Portfolio Optimization application Python example. Open the Python source file named application.py, located in the Python source folder of the root directory of the app using Express Workbench. When in editing mode, start by setting the attribute partial populate to true in the app config decorator of the Insight app class to allow further execution modes to populate only a subset of the model entities. Next, declare two new scalar entities of type result within the Insight app class, before the definition of the execution modes, to store the value for the new calculated average return amongst shares that are high risk and low risk, respectively. Then, create a new custom run mode using the exec mode decorator, naming the mode as for example custom_run, and add a description to the mode. Within the function definition, use the self.insight.populate statement to indicate that only the columns return and high risk of the shares data frame should be populated for this execution mode, since that is the only data needed for the intended results. After the calculation of the average return for each of the new entities, save their values into the Insight scenario by using self.insight.capture. This allows saving only the specified entity's values back to the Insight scenario, with all of the other entities remaining at their previous state. Since the app has been configured to allow partial population, it is necessary to explicitly populate all input entities in the default run mode. This is done by inserting the call to the populate method in the start of the mode definition. At the end of the execution mode, save the intended result entities back to the Insight scenario by using the capture method. Here, the entity filter argument can be used to retrieve all entities whose name is different from new defined entities, since these are not modified in this execution mode. In the view file named portfolio.vdl, located in the Client Resources folder of the apps directory, start by creating a second VDL action group inside the VDL header section to execute the new custom mode named Custom Run. Then, after the first row of the VDL section, add a new row and then a new column with the heading Partial Results. Inside the column, add a labeled button that triggers the new execution mode and two containers. Each container includes two text components for printing the label and value of the average return for high-risk and low-risk shares, respectively. At this point, the app is ready to be published. Click on the Publish button in Express Workbench to rapidly deploy the app into the Insight server and open it with your favorite web browser. Next, add a scenario to the shelf and execute the default load mode. Then, click on the button in the new Partial Results section to execute the new custom mode, obtain the value of the new entities, and print them on screen. At this point, all other result entities are empty, as you can confirm in the Results section or the Entity Explorer in the View Navigator. By clicking on the Run Optimization button, the default run mode is executed to populate all the other result entities. After the default run mode is completed, we can verify that the new entities maintain their value, as intended. We can then rerun the custom execution mode and verify that the values of all result entities are also kept after the run.